Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Great Awakening Generator with me, Rose. And we are doing the EFT Tapping series. And welcome, Barb. How are you?
Hi, Rose. I'm well, thanks. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you. Yeah, last week was interesting, and I just thought it was so nice, easy, and simple. And thank you for that, because I had other people come back to me and say that they're really gaining benefit from doing the tapping series because it's helping them do stuff in their day-to-day life, that is something quick and easy, especially when they're so busy and on the go with things. So I just wanted to give you a bit of feedback from that. I've got a couple of friends that have been watching us. Yes. So how's things today?
That's lovely. That's lovely to hear, actually. And it is, yeah, nice keeping it short and sweet.
Yes.
Yeah, good. So we're going to do pain again today, and this is another first aid or band-aid technique to help people just manage their pain levels on a daily basis, bring their pain levels down, allow them movement and a break from the pain, really.
Yes.
So just our disclaimer again is that with pain, it's not my place to diagnose, and because I'm not aware of what's underneath your pain. So if you're under the care of a specialist, do consult them before changing any of your protocols, and make sure to take great self-care of yourself. Drink water before, during, and after. If you can, allow a bit of downtime afterwards, and keep tapping.
Yes, that's right. And just be aware, everybody, that if you start to yawn like I do in the series, it's because we're clearing stuff, So it's nothing to be concerned about. It's not like, and I just find that quite often after I've done these sessions, I need to lie down a little bit. And I take 10 minutes where I just lie down and do nothing. So, be easy with yourself, do that because it's necessary.
Yeah. It's great. It allows it to process as well. The processing carries on after a session.
Yes.
Yeah. And just to mention, of course, with pain, that we can do, if the tapping might irritate your pain at all, you can do imaginal tapping. You can just imagine that you're tapping on the point, or you can just hold the point and take a breath in and out. They work as well.
Yeah.
Cool. So today,
all right, I'm going to take my glasses off.
Pain again.
Yes, we're working on pain. Yeah. What about elbows today, Bob?
Elbows, okay. And what level of pain have you got in your elbows?
Oh, so that one's quite tender, actually. The left one's quite tender. I'm just going to check my right one. There are two different levels of pain. The left one's worse than the right. So left one's probably about 9. The right's about 6, maybe.
6, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So okay, that's fine. So if you were to, does this pain limit your movement at all?
Not really. As long as it's not like the elbow is not seized, as we say, seized, like inflamed to a point where it won't move. It's not functional, but it's just there. And if I lift something up, then I can feel that, or that the elbow doesn't feel strong enough to lift things up. But just it's not something that prevents my moving, though. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you're not restricted at all. You've got full movement in your elbow.
I've got full movement. I've just got like noticeable pain there. That's all.
Yeah.
If I press it or anything.
So if you were to describe this pain to me, how would you describe it? Is it an ache, a stabbing, a pulsing?
It's an ache. It's deep in the bone, just right around the joint. It's an ache. It says I'm pressing it too now. I can feel. Yeah.
Isn't that a thing that we do? We push on it to see if it's still sore. Well, that's what I do if I've got something sore.
And it's worse than I thought, but actually no. It's exactly how I described it, but it is interesting that we press on it.
Does it hurt more when you press on it?
It does because I'm putting pressure on it. But yeah, sometimes maybe I can do self massage. But yeah.
Okay, let's do some tapping.
Okay.
So even though I have this pain in both of my elbows,
I
love and accept myself anyway. Even though I have this number 9 pain in my left elbow, I love and accept myself anyway. And even though I have this number 6 pain in my right elbow,
And even though I have this number 6 pain in my right elbow,
I love and accept myself anyway.
I love and accept myself anyway.
Choosing to be curious about all of this pain.
Choosing to be curious about all of this pain.
Yeah. This pain in my elbows.
This pain in my elbows.
It's deep around the joints.
It's deep around the joints.
It hurts when I put pressure on it.
It hurts when I put pressure on it.
And sometimes it's hard to lift things.
And sometimes it's hard to lift things.
This pain around my elbows.
This pain around my elbows.
It's an ache.
It's an ache.
And it hurts more when I put pressure on it.
It hurts more when I put pressure on it.
It's deep right around the joint.
It's deep right around the joint.
This pain in my elbows.
This pain in my elbows.
Take a nice breath in and out. And what are those pain levels at now?
That's interesting. That's like, maybe this is the 6 now. The left side is the 6.
Yeah. And what's the right side?
Right side's probably a 2. Yeah, good.
And would you still describe it as an ache, or has that changed?
It's an ache still.
Yeah. Is that a constant ache? Or a pulsing ache? How would you describe
it's a constant. It's a constant.
Yeah, so even though I have this constant ache in both of my elbows,
I
love and accept myself anyway.
I love and accept myself anyway.
And top of the head, this number 6 constant ache.
This number 6 constant ache
in my left elbow.
In my left elbow.
This number 2 constant ache.
This number 2 constant ache.
In my right elbow.
In my right elbow.
It's deep in the joint.
It's deep in the joint.
And it's constant.
And it's constant.
And it hurts more when I put pressure on it.
Hurts more when I put pressure on it.
Yeah. It makes it hard to lift things.
Makes it hard to lift things.
This constant ache.
This constant ache.
In my elbows.
In my elbows.
This constant ache.
This constant ache.
In my elbows.
In my elbows.
Just take a nice breath in and out. And what levels would you put on that ache in your elbows now?
Okay. This one's almost not there now.
Is that the right one? Almost?
The right one. The right one's almost, well, it's not really there now.
Not really there?
No, not really.
And the left one?
Left one's probably about a 2, a 1, 2. But yeah, it's reduced.
One,
it's not
two,
like
two.
Yeah.
Okay, we can just tap around on that 1 to the 2. It may or may not release, and it may resolve afterwards.
Okay.
So this remaining ache is still an ache, a constant ache.
This, are you asking?
Yes,
yeah, it's yeah, I think it's the same kind of ache, but it's very much lower in terms of the intensity. Okay.
So this constant ache in my left elbow is very much lower. And I acknowledge that it's there.
I
love and accept myself anyway. This constant ache in my left elbow is very much lower.
It's
deep in my joint. And it hurts more when I apply pressure to it. This constant ache in my left elbow. This constant ache in my left elbow. I'm listening to my body. Just take a nice breath in and out. And what's happened to that one now?
Yeah, very slightly still there, but that's
Yes.
okay. Probably working it out.
Yeah,
It's
that's a big drop from a 9 to just about gone.
Yeah, and also I can, like, when I press it on that point, I can't feel the constant pain.
Cool.
As I was feeling earlier, but I feel this heat coming out of the other side of my elbow. So perhaps this just releasing. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's wonderful.
That's absolutely good. Thank you, Barb.
You're welcome. So yeah, another great way just to manage your pain on a daily basis.
Yes.
And of course, remember to drink lots of water and have a little rest afterwards.
Definitely need a rest afterwards. Oh my gosh. Oh goodness. Okay. Right. Thank you, everybody. I hope you got something out of that. Barb, anything you want to say before I say goodbye?
No, that's just the same. Just keep tapping, and for people to really use this as much as they can to manage their pain so that they can be more functional.
Wonderful. Oh, sorry, guys. I can't help it. We're clearing all of these things out of my body. Anyway, thank you. And my mind. All right. Thank you. We'll catch you next time here on the Great Awakening Generator. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.